We're getting into it.
Shout out to Smash JT. I heard about this from his channel, from a article from thatparkplace.com. So I'm answering both of them. Oh, you had the thing on the Xbox, Frog. Yeah, Night Dive is doing a remaster of it. They're very good, Night Dive Studios. They do great remasters. Marina Diaz, an advisor for the Game Developers Conference, the owner of 3 of Cups Games, and head of strategy for BTF Games. I keep thinking that's like back the fuck up or something.
Yeah.
Okay. And recently
Wouldn't
declared
be surprised, actually.
F *** white men. In my notes for the timestamp, I'm going to have the F with the weird symbols next to it. Basically, white men and gatekeepers. Is it white men that are gatekeepers, or is it white men and gatekeepers? Any white men, you screw any of them.
I think they can be both, but she's saying either and or both. And unfortunately, or fortunately from my perspective, I feel that she's actually gatekeeping here, just saying a little bit of a lack of self-awareness here.
In a now deleted post, which was shared onto X by former World of Warcraft team leader Mark Kern, is he a white guy? Diaz wrote on X, "I went thinking I'm a shitty designer to consult to and train teams at one of the biggest games companies in the world. Keep believing in yourself and white men and gatekeepers." I don't know what their race or gender or sex has to do with anything. I don't.
That says more
except
about
maybe
her.
It sounds like a bigoted comment, but as we know, it's not. I just
right.
She added this.
I think another element where she's lacking awareness is she's thinking how great she is because of where she is now, not being able to see down the road that she's probably not going to be in this industry much longer. The industry is not going to be tolerating this much, and we'll be getting into that in another article coming up.
She added a subsequent post, "Not all white men suck, but you know what I mean, my loves." I don't really know what you mean.
No, we know what you mean. We know that you hate anybody who's different from you because you're not misogynist. What's the
misandrist
and a racist.
Yes. Okay. Diaz's comments are unsurprising. Her 3 of Cup Games website describes the company as an ethical, diverse, and inclusive game studio based in London, UK. It adds, "We believe that we can help to change the world through games. We believe in emotions. We believe in making games for everyone. But above all, we believe that games aren't for everyone. Not every piece of art is for everyone. I like things that Troy doesn't like. Troy likes things I don't like, and that's okay. Nothing is for everyone. There are people out there that don't like Pac-Man still, probably to this day. It's okay. It's okay if you not like Pac-Man." Diaz also made a number of other posts denigrating white men. In April, Diaz posts, "Growing my abs to crush nuts and obvious white men with them." So crushing the nuts of obnoxious white men. Okay. Less than 2 weeks later, Diaz posted, "Why white men over 40 for being somehow generous are allergic to saying the word diversity, usually because it means it's a word that's anti-them." In March, Diaz posted, "My highlight of the year, yes, we are only in March, but is Breaking Bahia attending the Game Developers Conference. Bahia is one of those people I admire and respect the most in the industry, and we need more people like her to kick the old white privilege asses." Yikes. Back in May 23, Diaz posted and organized a spontaneous little meetup in Berlin for marginalized game developers. It's been amazing. Hope to do this more often. In subsequent post, Diaz added, "I was so tired of the so many cis white men at meetups." Was she treated unfairly by these men? I think she was probably welcomed with open arms. We don't care if you're different,
David
as long as you can
Pensek
do the
says,
work.
"Does this person speak for all game consultants and developers?" I think not. Yeah, but she probably thinks she does.
I don't know. You can change your repository without making a profit for your company. Well, if you don't sell your games, you're not making your propaganda doesn't work either. So there's that too. In December, Diaz wrote, "I think NFTs are just, again, some people wanting to be better than the rest. And I think it has lots to do with white supremacy and dangerous stuff." She's got problems.
Yeah. She's absolutely, you listen to this and when you hear people say, this leftism is a cult, that is cult speak. That's the kind of gibberish that comes out of cult mentality, where they can only see things through their fiction.
Sounds like she's got a major chip on her shoulder. You think? I mean, I don't know what this is about. Maybe issues, maybe daddy issues. I don't know. But how about people boycott this company caused it to hurt financially? Well, basically, we probably won't have to because I probably wouldn't want to buy any of her games to begin with. See, boycotting only works when you're selling something I want and I decide not to buy it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like.
Well, Rosefire says, "Gentlemen of the world, I commend you for keeping your cool while companies are insulting you for merely existing."
We have to rise above it.
But it does us. There's no benefit to us to get out of sorts about it. We just go, okay, well, it's like when what's her name said, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved. No. Okay, problem solved. Nobody bought your book. And now 2 years later, we're really concerned about, the industry because it's contracting. Yeah, because you told everybody that was your primary buying public not to buy your book, and they didn't. Men, don't come to this female-centric film because it's not made for you. Well, guess what? They don't take their dates to it that wanted to see it, and so nobody saw it.
What I don't understand is why we have to hate each other while there are hateful white men. I think it's a mistake to say that most of us hate women minorities. I agree. Yes.
I'll put an even finer point on it than that, Curtis. Why is it that if you're not interested in something, you hate? I mean, I'm not a console guy. I don't hate consoles. Okay. I don't hate people that enjoy consoles. I totally understand it. It's just not for me. I don't watch anime. But I certainly understand how someone could, and I don't hate it.
Yes, I'm not into sports, but I get that there are guys out there that love watching sports games. I'm not trying to ruin their fun.
So the fact is, the people that do this kind of stuff, they're the hateful ones, and they're projecting it on us, like they're looking in a mirror. It's confession through projection.
What I don't understand, I'm going to say this too, as someone who plays games. With the exception of a few people that did get more notoriety, I don't usually pay attention to who makes the games. I just pay attention to whether the game is good, whether I want to play it. I don't care who makes it.
Right.
It's never been on my radar about them. They make a product, so they got the opportunity to call us some Isterphobe, not for profits. Yeah, well, that's I hate in this case. Yeah, I guess that is the case. Yeah, the Clue Channel, but yeah, we had a we're gonna get into Concord next.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely Karl Marx, no doubt about it. Rosefire. It's classical neo-Marxism.
I don't know what country she's from. She was sporting an accent. I don't know, but she hates.
I honestly don't care what country.
Well, it doesn't matter because you have crazies in this country too, so it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
But I'm just curious to see if this is a cultural thing where she's coming from too. I don't get it.
Cultural if you assume that this Marxist mentality is become a culture for these wackadoos.
For example, I'm not enjoying the new Lord of the Rings show, but I have a friend who loves it. I don't want to ruin it for him. But
wait, Troy doesn't like anime? Off with his head. I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said I don't watch it.
Oh, please.
I have occasionally had people say, watch this, check this out. And I've enjoyed it. I just haven't, dived down that rabbit hole.
You enjoyed Speed Racer until you didn't. And I'll never forgive you.
It's not that I don't. It's just.
No, we did that on his stream. You should check it out. We were talking about.
It doesn't
rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, very rose-colored glasses. I loved it as a kid. Now it's like it's kind of childish, But then I realize, you know what? If it's like any of the other anime that I consumed as a kid, this is probably not its original form,
Or it could have just been that it was made for kids and that was the audience. In Japan, it's weird. Japan is weird in that they don't believe things are for everybody.
Yeah.
You have things for adult men, things for adult women, things for teenage boys and younger boys and girls. Like they separate things out by that, understanding this is the market. And they're not saying if you're of the opposite sex or whatever, you can't enjoy something from the other, but that's not what the target is.
Right.
For that audience. And I think we used to have this over here, but we seem to have lost that in the weeds.
Yeah.
Concord.
Well, before you go on, and I just want to comment on that. Well, isn't it accredited to Abraham Lincoln? You can't please all of the people all of the time.
No, some of the people, no, you can't lie to you can lie to some of the people some of the time.
Whatever.
All the people some of the time.
The point is that it's this idea of trying to please all of the people all of the time is foolhardy. It is not possible. And that's why this whole idea of dump your audience to try and get a bigger, wider audience, that's killing gold.